Hey, it's Jake G33 here, bringing you another paranormal story of my own. They're always true, always genuine. So please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Last story I told you guys was of Casper the redhead or red-eyed ghost. Yeah, that's about the only way that I could describe it. Um, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my last video. You'll understand. Um, this story is about um, me and this girl that used to hang out together. There was one day, well, while she had already known a little bit about the paranormal stuff that has happened to me, and so she ended up letting me know that she said that her house was haunted too, and that the thing with her is that I asked her what the specifics were about that, and she said that she had been pushed down her stairs once before. Took it with a grain of salt. Just said, "Oh, okay," thinking she might have taken a tumble down the stairs. Until she and I were hanging out at her house. We were on the couch and watching Quarantine 2. Yeah, great one. So while we're sitting there and watching this movie, I start to hear something in her kitchen. Now, we were in the living room with the TV in front of us. The kitchen was on her right, and the kitchen was wide open. You could see everything inside there. And then there was just like the threshold right in between. And I'm hearing something inside the kitchen, and it sounds like something shuffling around, moving. And I just kind of looked, and I'm like, it's kind of weird. It doesn't sound like a mouse or anything. It sounds like something's in there moving its feet around or something. And then I start to hear what sounds like pots or pans just slowly like chiming in there. And she had pots and pans that were like hanging from the ceiling. And I was like, there's no draft. This is a pretty locked and secured house. There was no draft. There's no nothing. What like, and so uh, I just asked her. I'm like, hey, do you hear that stuff in the kitchen? And she's like, yeah, I was trying to ignore it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, you did say that you have ghosts, right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, would it be okay with you if I tried to communicate with it, see if it will do something more than what it might be doing right now? She's like, well, if you really want to. Okay. So I get up and I stand between the like in the threshold, and I say, if there's anything in the kitchen right now, will you please let yourself be known? And I stand there, and then the door in the left side of the kitchen that leads down into the basement barely opens up. And yes, it does creak like that. It's not for special effect. The door actually creaks. So it, and I was like, okay. Now, just to make sure that was not a coincidence, can you do that one more? The door completely opens up, and the moment that happened, she's terrified, and I was like, okay, you've let yourself be known. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And we went and left. And that was the end of that little experience. A few days later, she gives me a phone call, and she says, Jake, there are things happening that there's weird stuff happening again. You want to come over and do that thing again and see if it might do something for you? And I was like, I'm on my way. I hop in my car, drive down the road. She lives right down the road from me. drive down the road, get out, I'll about run in, and I walk in, and I was like, there. It was quiet, and at this point, the door was already completely open in the kitchen, and the kitchen, what, and the door leads down to like a door that leads out back, and then it goes down even further into the basement. Now, I get there and I say, all right, if there is, yeah, and first off, I come in and I go, hey, I'm back. Because at this point, I already know that like I'm a power source for these things. They use my energy to be able to do what it is that they want to do. Um, so I come in and I say, hey, I'm back. Um, I was gonna see if you were here again this time, and if you could do something for me. Then that's whenever I hear, and the moment I heard that, it sounded like it was two footsteps up on the stairs down in the basement, and this is exactly what it was like. Right once I said that, I hear, and it sprints up the stairs. And once that happened, she books it out the door so fast that I'm stuck in there by myself. And the moment that I hear it come up, I immediately like go like this, and I'm like, okay, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? And I was almost playing it like it would have been like a Call of Duty game. Like, okay, I just heard it over here. Now, where's it gonna be? Where's it gonna be? Where's it gonna be? And then it nothing happened. And so I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna get out of here. And I went and left. And shortly after that, she and I started to lose touch with each other. And that was about the story of that. It was a great instance of paranormal activity at its finest. It showed me that some of these things can communicate, and they'll let you know if they're there or not. Um, it was a pretty exciting time. It really was. It was one that it still gives me chills thinking about it today. Um, but tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, comment. My name's Jake G33. You guys have a good one. Thanks.